Hey everyone, JD Asajan, and welcome to another episode of FortuneBuilders.tv. Once again, we have my brother and business partner, Mr. Paul Asajan, on the show today. Paul, thanks for being here as
JD,
always.
my
I
pleasure.
know you have a lot of things to do, a busy man that you are, so I appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with me and sharing some information. Paul, why don't you get in a little tighter here to me? I know you don't like
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, you never liked to share a room when we were growing up.
Well, you were the one that had your own room, by the way.
I am the oldest, so I should get what I want.
Spoiled a little bit, but that's okay.
I was until you were born, unfortunately. Then the time got divided. But I digress. So today's show, we're going to talk about something that you, the viewer, have requested, and that's money. All right, specifically private money for our deals. And there's a lot of things we can talk about private money, and a lot of directions we can go. But honestly, what I want to talk about today is where to find private money for your real estate deals. And there are a lot of good resources. Paul is the one who's mainly responsible for generating our private investor funds and working with our private investors, Paul and I. So I'm going to let him take the reins of the show a little bit and talk specifically about what are some of the best ways that we can find private money as investors.
Let's do a real narrow focus and let's answer that question in the simplest form we can. Where to find private money? Let's not overthink this. To start, literally, you need to start with your friends and family. And then let me tell you something. Those of you that get started in real estate investing or thinking about starting in real estate investing and you say, oh, I'm not going to ask my friends and family. You know what that is? That's an excuse that will allow you to fail. Meaning, just because you're asking friends and family, number one, doesn't mean you're going to get it. And number two, doesn't mean you have to take it. But the reality is, finding private money, you need to ask anyone and everyone. And when I say anyone and everyone, that means the first people that surround you, ask them. You want to know who our first private investor was? Stan and I, when we started the business back in 2004? A real sucker. You're looking at him.
True story.
JD's our first private investor. We called it dialing for dollars. Pick up the phone. JD, I need money. $10,000.
That's all I had at the time, but I knew that I was a good investment in real estate.
And the whole idea with asking friends and family is that this allows you to dust the cobwebs off of your pitch. It allows you to get the jitters out of at least asking people for money. Yeah. Even if you know you don't want to borrow money from friends and families, still ask them and go through that process because this builds your confidence at least and allows you to practice when you go and ask someone else. Okay, so number two spot is professionals. Professionals, when I say that word professionals, the definition of a professional is someone who's very busy with their profession and creates a lot of money. Dentists, doctors, attorneys, any professional who has a lot of money but is very busy on a day-to-day basis, they need people to help them earn more than 0.5% return in their savings account. Who are those people? You and I. Real estate investors securing against a real asset, guaranteeing 8, 10, 12% returns and more, whatever you negotiate. Okay, so professionals is number two.
What are some other places, Paul, that people can go to, or just maybe in their everyday life, where people can run into people that they don't think about that they can ask for money?
Well, let me tell you something. When we started, and we started doing multiple transactions in our East Coast market in Connecticut, we finally, after about a year and a half of working with our attorney, we had a conversation with our attorney who does our closings in Connecticut. Now in California, we do our closings with escrow companies. And we said, we need more private lenders. And our attorney said, well, why didn't you ask me? I represent private investors that are looking to lend to people just like you. So here we are with our attorney over the course of a year and a half doing deals, and we just never put it together. So ask your attorney and your escrow company that your daily interaction and closing deals with every month and every year, because guess what? They're dealing with those people. Great resource. Absolute phenomenal resource.
And there's some other good places, places that you run into people more than once that you see over and over again and you might have built a relationship with. And these are places that you probably don't even think about. The gym or the fitness club where you go on a regular basis. You see these people.
Fitness club? Is that what they call it these days? I think gym was good.
The gymnasium?
The gymnasium.
I was going to say gymnasium, but then
okay.
I think of high school basketball and short shorts, and that's not what we were talking about
Just so you know, JD's like 15 years older than me. He used to go to the gymnasium in high school. I went to the gym.
Are we going to teach or are you going to make fun of me here?
Okay,
both?
We're good. Yeah, both.
Places that you run into people on a more regular basis. So social events, club meetings that you go to, whether it's like Rotary or places like that. Is that dating me too?
Yeah, the Rotary is also dating you. But keep going. This is entertaining for me.
We also have like real estate club meetings, right?
Elks Lodge. the Qantas Club or what?
What was that? I was going to really date myself with that next comment.
I think the moral of the story is literally, truly, any social environment, you need to talk about what you do. You need to share with people that you can make them money. It's really simple. If you don't ask, you won't get. The hardest thing about getting money and where to find it is not opening your mouth and asking for it. It's as simple as that. So if you take away one thing, ask anyone and everyone. And my tip of the day is ask your attorney and escrow company that you're already working with about their relationships with other people that are looking to lend money and get greater returns. That's where you'll get it.
All right, so let's get into our deal or no deal segment.
Deal or no deal?
All right, so in our deal or no deal segment, let's talk about a specific scenario. You as the investor need $50,000 for the next deal you're doing, okay? You have that $50,000 in your bank account. And then a private investor offers you that same $50,000 at a 14% interest rate. You as the investor stand to make 30% on that overall deal. So is borrowing that money at 14% a deal or no deal, Paul?
14% money versus your own free money. Deal. Take the money from the investor at 14%. Here's the reason. So again, the question is, we have two options. We have our own bank account or free money, if you will. But that's actually never a true statement. Yeah. It's opportunity cost on your money. And that's what I want to teach you right now. You have money available to you with no interest rate. But there is an interest rate. It's called the opportunity cost of that money. Mm-hmm. Now you have an investor that's going to give you money and they want a 14% return. So basically you're going to give up 14% in this potential 30% scenario. A business owner and someone who actually creates a business that actually works for them instead of them working for it, they do one thing and they think one way. Leverage other people's time, money, energy, resources, and information so that you can do more and make more. That's all there is to it. You have to learn right now, if you want to get out of the mom and pop mindset that people get stuck in, leverage other people's money, leave some on the table, because the $50,000 you have should be used to invest in business opportunities or investments that will improve your business so you can do 5 more of those deals.
Yeah, exactly. If you took a portion of that $50,000 you have in the bank account and actually hire a part-time employee or an office person to allow you to find more deals to make you more 30% returns, is that a better use of that money? Of course it is. So definitely borrowing that money is a deal. All right, let's follow up. Let's finish off the show with our quote of the week.
Quote of the week.
Quote of the week. Don't try to teach a pig to sing. It wastes your time and it annoys the pig.
That's self-explanatory. Think about that one for a second.
Just think about that.
Write that one down.
Write that one down.
And for a little explanation, Paul, why don't you just dive into it, because that might have caught some people off guard.
Here's the thing, guys. Not everybody that you ask to lend money to your business is going to get it. They're going to have a zillion questions. They're going to want more and more and more information, or babysitting or hand-holding. Just understand this. You're going to ask a lot of people about the opportunity of investing in your business, and 90% of them, 95% of them are going to say no. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. That doesn't mean you should spend 100% of your time with 90% of the people that don't want to lend. That just means, okay, very well, I'll make someone else money, go to the next one, and keep it moving.
All right, well, that wraps up another episode of FortuneBuilders.tv. I want to remind everyone once again to go to the Suggest a Show segment section of the website and let us know what you want to learn more about. And Paul and I will see you on the next show.